I'm Don Cramer. I am a real estate advisor with a company called Real Brokerage. We're a national real estate brokerage with now just over 24,000 agents. And I'm one of the agents here in Las Vegas. And I'm also part of our Real Luxury division, where we help clients with bespoke premium homes here in the Las Vegas Valley.
Wow, that's very cool. What does a typical day at work look like for you?
It's a great question, Talia. For my practice, it is important for me to get off to a really good start on the day. You kind of manage the morning. So usually I'm in the office, typically a little before 8. That's after, hopefully a little bit of gym time and getting ready. So that way I can, one, catch up on the stats, what's going on with real estate because it's a day-to-day affair. And usually between 9 and noon, I'm on the phone talking with people, whether they're people that are new, that are interested in real estate. Let's say they came through one of our online sources or referral. Also catching up with past clients or people in my just general database as to what's going on with real estate. And so that's it's kind of the morning business development, speaking with people. Then in the afternoons, usually I'm going on appointments. Actually, today I was at an appointment where I was videoing some properties for a client that's out of state, and I'm actually tonight going to edit those videos and send them off to him to view. Or going on appointments, whether it's for a listing property or what we call buyer consultation, explain to people about buying real estate. And then sort of in between, we wedge in a little bit of marketing and things like what we're doing right now.
That's really cool. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Is there a specific degree or like certification you need for your job?
It's a fairly low barrier to entry. So what I mean by that is you can go to a real estate school and take the education program. Usually it's about 100 hours, give or take, depending on the state you're in, their regulations to go and get those education classes, take the test, pass the test, and pay the fees. Versus, let's say, other professions where you may have to have a degree of some sort or, pass something like, let's say, in law, like the bar exam, things of that nature. So probably a little lower barrier to entry on real estate. And then from there, it's about how do you develop as a real estate agent? And like myself, I'm actually doing some continuing education right now that I need to wrap up for my credentials that renew every 2 years. So I have to take things and brush up, make sure I'm up to date and on the basics as well as new things on contracts, relationships with clients, things like risk reduction, also new things like technologies like AI, things of that nature. So we continue to do that. And then some of us, like myself, like I'm going to be at a conference, as I was mentioning a little earlier, coming up, where I'm with a group of top real estate agents in the country where we meet a couple times a year and go to a lot of masterminds and keynotes. We're really trying to sharpen our skills, both in our level of services, our marketing, things of that nature. So while it may be quick and easy to enter the process, developing and building your practice is constant education.
Okay, good to know. Is there like a range of salaries for someone in like a job like yours, like from when you start out to when you're more like seasoned in the industry?
So in real estate, the majority of people are what we call independent contractors. So at a brokerage, like say at Real, I am an independent contractor on behalf of the brokerage. So my job as an agent is to work with people, and then if we list a home or we're representing a buyer, we are compensated based on that transaction completing. And we have agreements that we explain to our clients, what our fees are, whether it's listing or purchase versus somebody that maybe is paid an hourly salary, things of that nature. So then it's depending on production. And this is an interesting stat for people that are thinking about real estate. Last year, the statistics across the country are about 60+% of the real estate agents that are licensed in the United States did not do a real estate transaction.
Wow.
So less than 40% are doing almost 75, 80%, the majority of the business. And I'm fortunate with my practice and time in business that I'm, in the top few percentage points of what we call, production volume, things of that nature. So, you know, with that, if you're in a position like myself, you can have a very nice business and lifestyle, although be it you are an independent contractor, so you're receiving commissions, but you're paying taxes and you're paying for software, you're paying for systems, you're paying for marketing. So there's a lot of costs that you're incurring through those that ultimately impact what your ultimate take home.
Do you have a favorite or like the best part of your job?
It's a great question. So my favorite part, it's actually the people side. It's getting to know people. Before used to be in the golf business, and so met a lot of people that were members or resort guests, things of that nature. So I got to understand their background, and then as my career progressed, it was more on the software side. So we only spoke to a handful of people, whether it's a person buying the software or our software team. But now back in real estate after these many years, speaking to people, understanding their journey, how did they get here, and also seeing them progress through life because buying real estate and owning a home is one of the great big decisions that they're only going to be doing a few times throughout their life. So it's great to know and understand and have those conversations with people, which is the most fulfilling.
That's cool. That's very nice. Is there a hardest or like the worst part of your job?
I don't know about worse, but there's some elements that you maybe run towards or maybe you shy away from.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know if there's anything I quite shy away from. I think what's important is if we're, you know, myself as their agent and my client, if we're on the same page, let's say, we're communicating well, we have clear understandings, I have clear understandings of what they're like, don't like, what their boundaries are, and we have a very good, frank, fruitful conversations. It goes great. Um, sometimes we may not connect, and it's not that it's hard. It just we're interacting with people, so it's more challenging. And I work with people that we've been looking for houses for 5 6 years, so the journey continues. I really don't have many things that I say, yeah, I really don't want to do it.
Mhm. That makes sense. Does your job have any unique perks or benefits that you think are specific to real estate?
Yeah, yeah, there are some great perks. I mean, one of the great things is based on our practice also here in Las Vegas, we have a lot of new homes and we have some really interesting communities. So one, I like architecture. I like real estate. I like houses. So I get to tour a lot of beautiful properties. And you get design ideas, you get inspiration. So that's a lot of fun. Um, so that's pretty cool. And also new developments. I like things, seeing things come from the ground up and start. So that's an emotional perk for me. Uh, as far as real estate goes, it's almost like I like to say, 24/7, 365, just about. You're, we don't keep hours that are maybe normal with a lot of other professions. So, I may be working on a Saturday or in a Sunday or working late or may have to spend the afternoon doing other things. So it's a wide range of schedules. So it can be beneficial, but you also have to manage your time very effectively.
Well, that's pretty much all of my questions. So I just wanted to say thank you for helping me out with this interview today.
Absolutely.